cheers to you.
And cheers to you.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have watched the show for a while, you may recognize what you see here. You may recognize the boat we're on. It's a little different, obviously. Some colors have changed. But yeah, we'll get more into that in a bit. But we're currently in North Carolina. It's freezing. So, yeah, it's been unusually cold. I guess throughout the whole country, it's been unusually cold. So, kind of annoying.
Yeah. Massive cold front.
And if you hear some rumbling in the background, apologies. We do. We have puppies. And, hey, guys.
It's a little more than rumbling.
Yeah.
We tried to give them these, like, bones to occupy them, but they'd rather just fight over the one instead of, like, each.
They each have plenty of bones to choose from. It's just now everybody wants one.
We might just, I mean,
Yeah,
I
they're
vote.
getting worse now. I think we should take them away.
Okay,
Can
I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right.
I'll be the dog wrangler.
So what we're going to talk to you today about is the boat, the Island Spirit 525. What's going on with that? Were they able to salvage it and everything? So we'll kind of give you some information on that. I guess we'll kind of. Why don't you give me a dog and you can hold a dog and then we'll take care of it. I'm gonna thank you guys for pointing out in the last live how many times I said I will try to limit that this time. There we go. This is Merlin, by the way. If you haven't met Merlin, he is one of our new Labradors. Where's Cougar?
He's under the ottoman.
Oh, okay. Well,
Doodle mix.
Doodle mix, yeah.
Some sort of doodle.
So, so the Island Spirit 525, if you didn't watch the last broadcast, I'll kind of show you some things on it right now. I got to stop saying it washed up on the beach. Dang it. Not the best situation. Basically what happened is that the port side shaft seal let go, and so water entered the left-hand side of the boat, the port side of the boat. Eventually, enough water got in there that it splashed up on the communications bus and shut the engines down. So they were basically sailing without any motors, and they were diverting to this place called Endow, which I will show you on. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Let me go over here real quick. And now I can show you that. So Endow, which is right here next to Tiaman. Tiaman's a fun little island to go cruising around. Up this bay over here is pretty nice. There's a little marina there. But Endow is over here, and they dropped anchor right at this point, right about here in 4 meters of water. I wish they would have just anchored a little bit more to the northwest, and then if they had drugged, they would have drugged straight into this deeper patch or maybe straight into the river. But they dropped anchor right here and then just drug into this beach, and that's where it ended up on the beach right there. So I think a few things could have been done differently to maybe, it's never one thing, right? If the engines didn't quit because of the water ingress, then, they wouldn't have had to do this. So unfortunately, that's just the way it is. It's never just one thing. It's always a comedy of errors that lead up to it. So it ended up on the beach. Let me go back to that part there. Ended up on the beach. It was there for 2 weeks. They had to wait for a high tide, and they had to put it on these floats. I will show you some pictures of it real quick. Where are they? Here we go. There we are. The floats. So they floated it to inspect the bottom of the hulls and patch up the rudder posts and everything. It ripped off the keels, had some damage. And then they waited for a really high tide, which took about 2 weeks, and then they floated it in, and then they towed it over to this place right here, right to this mouth of the river. This is a shipyard, and that's where the boat currently is in this shipyard. So now I'll kind of tell you what's going on with everything there, is that, so it took 2 weeks to get the boat off the beach. Then they hauled it to the shipyard. The insurance is progressing just fine. I'm very happy with the way things are going so far. We'll see how that goes. Basically, they sent the claims adjuster out to look at it, and now I believe the status is they've asked the manufacturer for an estimate on repairs. so it's my okay. This is just my understanding. This may or may not be the case. Do your own diligence, whatever. But the problem is in that shipyard. There's no ships. They can't put it on a cargo ship there. I mean, the boat would have to go back to the manufacturer to be refurbished, salvaged. So then they would have to. These dogs are just into everything. Of course, they're really hyper right now. We're trying to do this. They were sleeping 5 minutes ago, but turn the sound up. Okay, I'll give it a little bit more. How about that? Is that a little better? And so they can't put it on a ship from there. They can't. They don't have the ability to put it on a cargo ship there to ship the boat back to Thailand. So what they would have to do is bring in a barge. I don't even know how they would get the boat on a barge. Figure out some way to put the boat on the barge in that Indao River, and then they would have to move the barge about 70 or 100 miles down to Singapore, and then they would have to get a cargo ship to run it from Singapore up to Thailand, which there aren't any. I mean, there aren't any regular shipments that they would have to basically charter a special boat to do that. They're trying to get something out of there. Okay, just grab Cougar out of there.
He's just chewing on his own bone there.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get Merlin chewing.
Hey, Mom, thank you so much. I'm assuming that means glad to see that boat again. Well, thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. We'll show you more about this boat in just a few minutes, so stick with us. I'm just kind of updating what's going on with the other boat. So then that's going to be a major expense to do. So to put the boat on a barge, get it towed to Singapore, then put it on a special cargo ship, like a one-way cargo ship just for that boat up to Thailand. I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars to that. So not only would you have the expense of all the repairs, it would be that. So we'll find out in the next week or two. I imagine it's going to be totaled. I can't imagine it wouldn't be, just the amount of expense. And then I've been really happy with insurance on this. They've been in a timeful manner and very communicative, and they've sent the right people out. I'm hoping everything goes well. I have not hired a lawyer. I have reached out to a few. Nobody. I've had not to get counsel, like to go after anybody, just to get advice. But I haven't really received any. Nobody's been willing to kind of do that yet. So I'm trying to be careful about what I say here, because I don't want to say something stupid to like put my foot in my mouth, like and get in trouble with insurance or something. But I am happy with the way they're dealing with insurance, dealing with things right now. I'm happy with the way Island Spirit is dealing with everything right now. They have paid for the salvage out of their own. I mean, I'm sure they have insurance for that, but they are paying for all the salvage stuff. So it's going well so far. And hey, if insurance does come through, oh, is that what happened? Okay, I was wondering.
We lost a light.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bright, though, huh?
That's fine. And so then, hey, if they come through and do everything right, I'll be happy to share the insurance. And if you guys want to get insurance with them and know that they actually do pay claims, awesome. So I'm here's hoping that they follow through with that. So that's where the boat is right now. And actually, on a side note, I've already been contacted by. Okay, maybe the battery's dying on that.
Yeah.
So sorry, we lost some light, but it is what it is. I've already been talked to by Colin from Parlay. He's like interested in rebuilding the boat, and then also James from Zingaro. So they both reached out to me, interested in doing it. I think Colin, I was just talking to him. He's in, I believe, Indonesia right now, so he's not too far away.
It's a big project.
Yeah. But okay, one big announcement. We are actually. So I've been talking to Island Spirit. We're gonna get hull number 5. So they're gonna start the mold. They're gonna start construction of the hull this month, and they say it'll be ready by the end of the year. They do have hull number 2 and 3, I believe, are also ready right now. Number 3 is sold, and the owner is picking it up in Thailand. They're going to sail it across the Indian Ocean, up into the Med, and then across the Atlantic. They're going to sail it themselves, do that. Hull number 2 is available. Unfortunately, the buyer backed out. I guess he was a little spooked or whatever, but if you are interested in that boat, it's available right now. You can pick it up. So not too many 52-foot awesome catamarans can you get right now. The reason I'm not getting number 2 is because it's a 5-cabin boat, and we want a 3-cabin boat. If you're going to be putting it in charter or something like that, the 5-cabin boat's the way to go. And Island Spirit actually has a really big charter operation. And like if you just want to put it in charter in Thailand, they have a huge charter base in Phuket. I think they have 40 boats or something. And then they have another charter base in Koh Chang, which is one of my favorite areas to sail. and then Pattaya also. So they can do that there. There's an email in the link description right now. If you are interested, you can contact them. You can get that boat right now. So I am really, I look, the boat, the Island Spirit is a solid boat. I'm not throwing them under the bus on any of this. It wasn't their fault. It was shaft seal, let go. The comedy of errors, I believe. The I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm if a few things were done differently, this was avoidable, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not going to blame anybody. I'm not going to call anybody out and say you did that, you screwed up. But I don't believe it was Island Spirit's fault. I think they make a good, solid boat. If it's a testament to the boat, there's two things. Let me show you the photos here. So if you look at the photos, there is zero structural damage to this boat. Like, other than where the rudder post ripped out, they don't have to patch any holes. I mean, obviously the interior damage is extensive, very extensive. All the electronics and all that are done. That's why I think it's going to be a total loss as far as trying to refurbish it. Now, if you were to do it yourself or something, that's a different story, right? If you're doing all the work. But let me show you here. So this is the lithium battery packs. This is one of them. There are 3 battery packs just like this. All 3 lithium battery packs. Sorry, there's 4 battery packs. 4 lithium battery packs, including the house bank. All 4 lithium battery packs were fully submerged in salt water for 48 hours before the water was pumped out. There was no fire, no burning, nothing. So people often say that lithium is going to catch on fire as soon as it touches salt water. That's not true. Look how this boat made it through. So I don't think all the people that are saying, lithium is not the answer, I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it is. The same thing might have happened if this was powered by diesel engines. Mm-hmm. The communications bus, all modern engines, all modern diesel engines are electrically operated. If those communications buses get wet, then they go out. So they're unusable. You have anything to say?
I mean, I'm just trying to let you talk. I mean, all that to say that we're still moving forward with Island Spirit. So right now, have you already told them in this chat what we purchased? And
no, I'm going to get to that in just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see what we're sitting on right now. Here isn't. Let me give you another look here. So there you go. This is our little podcast setup at the moment.
May look familiar to some.
Some people may know what this boat is. We'll get to it in just a moment. So if you are interested in Island Spirit, like I said, I'm getting hull number 5. They say it'll be ready by the end of the year because hull number 2 and 3 are pretty much done. Number 4 they're working on right now, and number 5, I think they can really get it done quickly. They're gonna have it done by the end of the year, and there we go. So, and hull number 2, like I said, is available right now. Click the email in the description, talk to them, and maybe they'll give you a deal on it too because it's better than the boat sitting around. Talk to them, and you can either have it delivered or keep it over in Thailand. There you go. All right, now we'll get to this. So I think the dogs are going crazy over there.
It is the Saiing Doodle. It's their channel, so.
So in the interim, what we did is that I sold this current boat we're sitting on right now to Kent and Megan in 2021. Obviously, it had needed some work to do, so that was when the transmission basically caught on fire and did substantial damage to the systems of the boat. He did a lot of work on this boat. He obviously overhauled the transmission, put that back in, redid a lot of electrical lines, a lot of fuel lines. He redid the entire electrical system, put 800 amp hours, about almost 10,000 kilowatt hours of lithium batteries. Did a lot of really good upgrades to this boat, and so we're going to show you. Guy, I quit. You stop bouncing on the camera, Merlin.
They're so cute, though.
They're very cute. So
they're being bad, but they're pretty cute.
Let me show you. Hang on. I got to bring up the.
Here, I'll distract them.
Oh, that's all right. All right, I got to bring this up. Sorry, it's kind of hard to I don't have a producer here, so I'm having to do it myself. So videos, here we go. There you are. All right, so this is a CT56 1989. This is Naughty Dogs. This is all video from when I used to sail it before. We're working on the boat right now. It is actually a 62-foot long, full keel monohull. We just love this. The interior is just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And then, the big, master cabin. A lot has changed on this boat. We'll kind of give you an update on what changed. But I mean, just like all of you, this boat is sitting in the Caribbean. I think that's in the Bahamas. But big old bowsprit on there. Lots of teak. We'll kind of get into that in a minute. But the boat sails really well. It's fast. I believe though, it's hull speed is like 9 knots, so it moves pretty good. It is a center cockpit. I miss Maverick and Goose there. They enjoyed the boat. All right, so I'll play that again. Unfortunately, the owners that just had it took all the graphics off the sails, so that's kind of a bummer. They're not there anymore. But we'll see if we can get new ones and put them back on. And then you can see at the interior is quite different now. They have reupholstered everything. We're redoing some of the upholstery they did, but we're going to keep a lot of it as well. And there you go. So let's see. So you can see, they redid this upholstery. We're gonna put some like navy throw pillows and light gray throw pillows, and then we're gonna get some navy what are they, barrel chairs to put across from it, and then we're reupholstering the upholsterying. Thank you. The dinette, and we're leaving the stuff in the bathroom in the bedroom. But they did a lot of work on this boat, and all new curtains and everything. So we're kind of excited about doing it. We're gonna sail this boat around for the next year while we're waiting on the
cat.
So you were a little bit dubious when you first walked in, right? You were like, I don't know about this.
I just wasn't. I don't know. I feel like it was more of a neutral feeling. I was trying to figure out how I felt about it. But the second time I came on, I appreciated the charm a little bit more. But I'm not like you. I don't like, you understand the mechanics and like what makes this boat special from like a quality standpoint. You said it's a really solid boat. This is like the one you want to be on. I don't really understand it in that way, So.
Well, I mean,
But I think it's very charming. I think it's got a lot of character.
In the 80s and 90s, and I mean, you still make a lot of quality boats, but I mean, Hylas is made in Taiwan, but all the boats in the 80s and 90s built in Taiwan were some of the best boats that have ever been made. I mean, just quality-wise, they're and just comfort. I mean, just there's so much teak on this boat. Like, you're not gonna get this in a modern boat. It's all gonna be veneers and stuff like that. This is actual real teak wood.
I think it looks pretty. Like, yeah. I like the look. I think it's got a lot of charm.
Yeah.
But I don't really like. I think coming onto this boat, you understood why it's so great in terms of sailing, crossing the ocean.
Well, I mean, it has like, when you're sitting here in this living room, I wish we had, could show you the rest of it, but this is just the couch right here. There will be two, chair and ottomans across the way that are really comfortable. This feels like you're sitting in an apartment rather than than a boat.
It does. And I've heard that it sails very smoothly.
Well, because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big, heavy boat. I don't know how. I mean, like on the Island Spirit, it's 40 mil thick, high density foam, and then fiberglass. I'm not sure how thick the fiberglass is on this, but I mean, and that's a really solid boat. Like, it spent 2 weeks washed up on a beach and all that, and has zero structural damage. This, I mean, has at least the holes that thick too. They've really done it right. But like, I sailed a Jeanneau 37 in the Caribbean, in the Mediterranean. I bought it, and so it had this like, I don't know, this vinyl skin on the inside of the hull, and that fell off at one point, and it needed to be re-glued on there. But on a sunny day, I could see light coming through the hull. That's how thin that hull. Merlin. No. That's how thin that boat was. I mean, you take a hammer to it, you're getting through it. I think both the Island Spirit and this boat, you take a hammer to the hull, you're not getting through this hull anytime soon. So, yeah, charm. Thank you. As charm.
It's very charming.
Yeah. But.
He has something to say.
No.
So bad.
So that is our plan right now. So we're in North Carolina. We have. So the boat has so much teak. Systems-wise, this boat is perfect. Like, the owners that we bought it from, I mean, it's perfect. Doesn't need any upgrades. Cosmetically, we do need to do a lot of stuff, and I've been working on it quite a bit. All the teak, it sucks, man. Like, because in 2020, like in the fall of 2020, I mean, I had this boat looking just amazing, all new teak. I had all new sea deck put down and everything. And then here we are 4 years later, and the teak needs to be redone again. So I can't tell you how many man hours doing all the teak 4 years ago, and I'm doing the exact same thing again right now. But the good news is that I've only got another day or two, I think, of stripping the teak.
Yeah. He's been working hard.
Yeah, I think 2 more days. One more day, not including the dorades and the deck box and the eyebrows. But one more day working on the cap rails, and that'll be finished. And then maybe another day to do all of that. What are they doing? Are you chewing your hair?
No, he's rubbing up against the. What do you call?
So somebody was asking, what is a sailing doodle? This is a sailing doodle.
That's a sailing
This
doodle.
is Cougar, and the other one is Merlin. Yes. And so we had. Let me show you the video. I think so you can where right here you can see the original sailing doodles. That is Maverick and Goose. Maverick on the left, Goose on the right. And so they were the original sailing doodles. And so then
this is generation 2.
Yeah, so then we went with generation 2 of the sailing doodles, and we kept the Top Gun theme. And so we do have Cougar and Merlin. They're good boys. They are mini labradoodles somethings.
We're gonna do some genetic testing, I think, because they are a different kind of doodle.
Well, I knew that going in, because like you don't see labradoodles that have this kind of color. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we were told they were mini Merle labradoodles.
Yeah.
That dad was a Merle toy poodle and mom was a chocolate mini labradoodle. So that might be close with I think there's a little terrier in there, but
yeah, there's got to be. And any mini has any dog that has a mini in it is got some Chihuahua in it too. That's how they make them minis.
But they're wonderful. I don't think we need a refund or anything.
Yeah, we were thinking about returning them. We don't like them. That's a joke. We love them very much. So
I've had this pulled up, by the way.
What's that?
This is the chat.
Okay, yeah. You can see it right there, but it's kind of far away.
I can't see it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can make that any bigger. Nope. Texas is still small. But anyway. So our plan is for the next year until the new Island Spirit is ready. We are going to sail around this. So the plan is we're hoping to have the boat ready to go by the end of the month, and then we will sail it down to Florida probably, because I got my storage unit there. We got to pick up all our boat toys and stuff, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I just rent a van and drive all the stuff up, and we go straight to the Bahamas. I don't know. We don't really. Anyway, so then we'll be in the Bahamas sometime in February. And my goal would be to make it to St. Martin by the end of March. And then we hang out in St. Martin for a bit, go down island. And then...
his favorite place.
Yeah. And then bring the boat back up to the Chesapeake and Long Island Sound for the summer. And then at that point, we'll spend the rest of the year cruising around there. And then at that point, the Island Spirit will be ready. And then we can, we haven't really decided what we're going to do yet.
Yeah. Or with this boat at that point,
yeah.
there's a lot up in the air. There's a lot to figure out, but
yeah. So hey,
we went from having no boat to
Greg Mick, thank you,
2
sir.
boats.
Appreciate you. So now the way we're able to thankfully the owner of this boat agreed to do owner financing on it. So I put a down payment on it. Actually, we're signing the paperwork on Wednesday. So that'll all get done tomorrow on Wednesday. But I've already started working on the boat. Then with the stipulation that as soon as insurance comes through, I pay off the rest of this boat. And then we got to figure out what we're gonna do. We had maybe talked about keeping both of them if we could.
And we would charter a little bit.
Yeah.
If we do that.
Well, it's just
maybe
theoretical right now.
Spitballing, we're brainstorming.
You know, we could
hypothetical.
We could, you know, keep them both, and then keep them in different areas. Like maybe keep the one in Asia, and then we have this one in the Caribbean, and then you know when it's hurricane season here, it's great season over there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So then we can go back and forth.
I mean, that's just kind of a fantasy. We'll see what actually happens. I mean, we always talk about doing stuff like that, and then
yeah. Well, the main thing with like keeping it over in Asia is how do we get the dogs back and forth?
Yeah. That's really tricky.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only the season though. It's only a few months, so for like I said, for the first year, you could have them like stay back for a few months. Okay. All right. Well, I will take care of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like I have not been on this live very much because I've been the puppy.
Here. You talk.
No,
you talk to him.
It's okay.
So, stupid dog. So.
I don't think we should have brought them.
Well, what are we gonna do with them? I don't know. I know we should have left them in the kennel. That's the problem is that they've not been on this boat before, so like they're housebroken on the RV, and they've been housebroken on other boats, but this is a new boat. They don't know it, and so.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was Cougar that did it, so.
It's their channel, so.
Yeah, that was Cougar that did it. Make them. Yeah. Anyway. Cougar.
No.
You make him say no.
I don't want to do that on the live. I don't
okay.
Honestly, I don't want to yell at the dogs in front of thousands of people.
Yeah. All right. And how does pee and teak mix? I think it goes great. I guess. Makes it easy. Mop and bucket aisle 1. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I mean, but that's the main thing is like, you know, if we were to keep both, like, how do we get the dogs back and forth from to Asia? You know, it's not. I think permit wise we could make it happen. It's just the logistics. Like, you know, most dogs, you know, we don't want to send them. I don't want to have to put them underneath. You know, and then plus then they have limits on how long the flights can be and all that.
Oh, I have.
What?
Maybe we have a kind patron that has a private jet.
Private jet, yeah. you know how expensive that flight is? Like,
it's not expensive to them.
Wow.
Our dream Sailing Doodles daddy that would help us get the doodles over to Asia.
So we need 2 flights a year on a private jet.
He does. Our Sailing Doodles jet daddy doesn't.
Yeah, hey, we'll
care.
give you a free week. We'll give you 2 free weeks of sailing with us too. How about that?
Hey. And we'll have a new best friend.
Yeah. So as far as I know, with the limit airlines I've been looking at, they limit flights with animals. I think it's 8 or 10 hours. So, you know, it's doable, but then you got to make little stops. So basically, we'd have to like. I mean, it's doable. I looked it up the other day. It's like, hey, Yodi, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? We can't wait to see you again on the water. The last time we were aboard the CT-56, it was pretty sad. Oh yeah. Enjoy a beer on us. Thank you. Enjoy the sail south. It is currently cold on the Atlantic. Where are you guys right now? You guys out in the middle of the Atlantic or what? Crossing, sailing? It's cold. Get Mike to fly over in his Gulfstream. Yeah. The problem is, I mean, like flying going to Asia on a private jet is
so expensive.
$100,000 each way, and that's, you know.
That's better than I thought.
Well, that's if you own the airplane. If you're chartering it, I mean, forget about it. It's probably double that.
Yeah, I heard someone say 300,000 on, but that was a particular jet.
Well, I mean,
I'm sure.
If you own the jet, I mean, I don't know. I've been out of the game for a long time, but if you own the jet, you're looking at $5,000 to $8,000 an hour to operate it if you own it, right? So then you're looking at 15 hours each way. No, more than that. It'd be like. And it's a little windy out here. You know, 20 some odd hours each way at 8,000. So it's 860. So it's $160,000 each way. Yeah. So $300,000. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
So yeah, but for that guy out there who has an extra $360,000.
Yeah, is he using his airplane lately?
Actually, I think the puppies would rather pocket that 360 than be flown. They'll stay back for 3 months. Yeah. We could get them the nicest pet sitters, and they'll be in heaven.
So speaking of contributing to our private jet fund, I'm kidding. We
People would not like that.
no, I'm not doing that. But we did start a new. It's equivalent of Patreon. It's on Podia. You get a little extra there, so you go to sailingdoodles.podia.com. So minimum, I think the minimum is like $8 a month, but you get early access to the videos, behind the scenes videos, and then you also get access to, at certain levels, you get access to our sailing school. We have some webinars, and then what else? We have something else. Anyway.
Bonus content.
Yeah, there's one other thing.
Sailing
behind the
school.
scenes. What was it? It was something else. So a webinar.
Uncut.
Oh, our maintenance courses.
Oh.
And then I'm actually about to. I just haven't had time. I'm going to put up all our pay-per-view videos on Podia as well, so you can, instead of having to pay per view, if you just sign up, you get access to those videos as well.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll have that up. I just haven't had time yet. We've been so busy doing this, so I'll probably have that up in the next week or two. And
So that's all. Anything that was paywalled before won't be if you're a Podia member.
Right. But the only thing that was paywalled was
there were 2 videos.
There's 2 videos. There was our BVI trip
and the fire.
And then the boat fire stuff, yeah.
What about future?
Yeah. We might do that as well as too.
Yeah.
So, and then we were actually, what do you guys
think?
think?
I might sign up then.
All right, thanks. And we were actually, well, we need to do it. One of our favorite shows, if you guys watch it, it's called Good Mythical Morning.
GMM.
Yeah, and so they have this they have they do it, I think, once a quarter or maybe twice a year.
Good Mythical Evening.
Good Mythical Evening. And so apparently things get a little crazy. We haven't watched it. We need to watch it. So we need to watch it, and then we'll get some ideas from that. And we were talking about doing a Doodles After Dark.
Doodles After Dark.
Doodles After Dark, where things get a little crazier than you can see on whatever. But I mean, we'd have to check out what they do. But I'm sure it's like they play like games and drinking games and stupid shit like that.
Yeah, like
nobody's getting naked.
You guys would come hang out in the salon with us, and yeah, we drink and have fun.
Yeah, we're not doing live tracking right now. Somebody was asking about that, just for safety reasons. Things are getting, but we will do something like when we do crossings and stuff like that. We will definitely do that. But like when we're not gonna like have the tracker up and so people could see what marina we're at and stuff like that. But I get the problems of traveling with animals. I am a falconer, really. Wow. And I have papers just to leave and come back to Minnesota with your bird.
Gosh, holy moly.
A falconer.
Maybe that should be our next. Flying Doodle should have a falcon.
Yeah, flying Doodles, yeah. Yeah. So then I think we have like 3 videos left during our, so we were on that Fountain Bajot 47. So I think we have 3 videos of that. So the next one, you're actually coming back.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So Amanda joined us a little late on that trip. So that one will be the next video, which will come out. I haven't finished editing it yet. I'll probably finish it in the morning tomorrow and get that public to patrons and channel members and the Sailing Doodles Navy. So that'll be out tomorrow if you dig in early, and then everybody else will get it on Monday. And what else? And then so 3 videos with that, and then you'll see us on this boat getting it ready to go, and hopefully we splashing pretty soon after that.
Well, we have another trip coming up.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We have a couple things going on.
So the guys, Alex that owns Performance Yacht Sales, we got the Neil from him. He's got a lean 72 motor yacht that we're gonna take a 3 or 4 day trip on.
I'm so excited.
And then we are going to go on a cruise for 5 days, and then we're coming back to this boat.
Yes. So we have 2 other little trips.
Yep.
Not too long.
Yep. Okay.
Before we take this to Florida.
So, what do you guys think? You do agree with our? God, if they knock over one of us.
I'm so sorry, guys. I really wish we could do something about the dogs.
Well, the thing is, they probably can't, because these are such good mics that they probably can't hear them. Can you guys hear them?
Somebody said the dogs were annoying.
Were they?
Yeah. But I don't know. I do wish we would have left them.
What are they doing down there? I mean, hang on. Guys, hey.
Yeah.
I mean, they get under the ottoman and then just fight.
They're fighting over a bone or something.
Yeah.
So people are A lot of messages are being deleted. Flotillas. Any more flotillas in the future? It's a good question because we were gonna do one around this time.
Yeah, we were gonna do one in February. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we were going to do one in St. Martin, right? Because I think Navigare was going to open a base there, but they're not going to do that anymore. We maybe when we get down to the BVI or something, when we get on our boat, on this boat, we can do something. I don't know. It's just right now we just don't have time to do one.
What about Parlay? What was Parlay saying? Because wasn't there going to be potentially like a dual flotilla?
Yeah, we were talking about doing one with Parlay.
I know that was just like internal discussion, not.
But I'm not sure where they're going to be now. I mean, they're in Indonesia right now. I think they're on I forget where, but pretty. Yeah, we'll do one. Once we get cruising on this boat, we'll probably do one. I mean, maybe down in the BVI in the spring or something, or something like that. It's really easier to do it. We've been doing it with Navigare lately, which is great because they handle all that stuff for us. We tried doing flotillas in the past that I managed. Like, I went to Dream Yachts once, and I was like, hey, I've got all these people want to do it. And they're like, okay, great. And I said, well, anyway, they made it. It
was all on you?
Yeah, it was all on me. And I'm like, I'm about to bring you 5 boats for the people. And they're like, no, well, you rent all the boats. And then I'm like...
It's supposed to be a collaborative team effort here, guys.
Yeah. Whereas Navigare, cause I don't want the money to go through me, because I still want to be responsible for it.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot.
Yeah.
People are saying the dogs are fine. Yeah. A lot of people are like, it's called Sailing Doodles. We love them. Yeah. The dogs are great. Yeah. The dogs are the show.
So this boat right now is on the hard in North Carolina. So there's some space heaters going on because we can't run. It does have heat or air conditioning and heating, but you can't run it when you're on the hard because it needs water to cool everything. But what are these guys doing? You see what we're dealing with here? They're just fighting.
Yeah, they love to play. This is all they do. They'll play and then they sleep. So probably the second we turn off the live stream, they're gonna pass out and they won't wake up for about 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they do. They're babies. They play and they sleep and they pee on the floor.
Which I need to find it. There's the meme where it has the life cycle of a dog, and it has a puppy from 0 to 6 months, and it's all cute looking. And then from 6 months to a year and a half, it shows a velociraptor. And then from a year and a half to 10 or whatever, it shows a mature dog.
It's so accurate.
It's very accurate.
They're not actually dogs during this phase.
Right
they're aggressive dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That are really cute though. Really cute.
So if you're just tuning in, we'll give you another tour this is from an old video I did, but that's our CT56 catch rig. And it's just beautiful. I mean, doesn't get much better sailing that boat right there. So that's what we're going to be on for the next year while we're waiting on our new Island Spirit. Oh, look at all the teak in there. I mean, it's just so much teak. And then I like the, big queen-size bed in the back.
Yeah, it's a nice boat.
Yep. It just, the only thing, the thing I don't like about it is the davits. There's just it's not a real good system for putting a big dinghy on the back. They redid the davits on this, but I think they're a little small, in my opinion.
That's they even told us that when we walked through the boat with them. They said it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, so, we may see how things go. We may see how things go, this summer. So we're just getting the boat ready. Hey, what's up, schmoops? Good to see you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, some projects will be more long-term. Like, in the short term, we're going to get everything ready to go. And then, like you said, this summer.
So, this summer, we're going to bring the boat back to the Chesapeake. Or maybe, when we get down to St. Martin. Actually, no, I take that back. St. Martin is, one of the best places to get work done on your boat.
Oh.
It's a duty-free place, and the labor's a lot cheaper than in the U.S., and they do a really good job. So we may get down there. I think it's F&K or FK Marine, FG or FKG, FK Marine, whatever. They do a lot of like fabrication there with stainless steel. I might be like get the boat down there and go talk to them, and just say, you know, hey, what would you do if you wanted to make the beef? You know, you want to be able to lift a 700-pound dinghy. What would you do? How do you do it? Because I would love to get. So this has the Hylas Classic 340 on it, which is fine for the davits right here, but I don't know about it with the motor on. So I think that's a big pain in the ass. Got to pull the motor off every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Especially that motor.
Yeah, it's a 25 horsepower. What I would prefer to do is put a little console.
Oh, I was picturing a bigger dinghy, different dinghy. Are you gonna use this dinghy?
Yes.
I thought you were gonna get
thinking about some other dinghy?
No, the sponsored dinghy, the new one that you were going to get.
Oh no, that's way too big for this boat.
You can't have that on.
Well,
here.
so I could have the high field dinghy I was going to get for the Island Spirit, which I guess I still will get for the new Island Spirit. It was the Sport 360, which is with the motor and everything. It's like 600 pounds, so it's pretty heavy. You can get the classic 360 with a center console in it, and it's only like 450 pounds. So basically, this is the classic 340, so it's 20 centimeters shorter, which I'm sure you could probably still get a center console to put in there. But then you're adding, I don't know, 80 pounds worth of stuff, 100 pounds maybe, to whatever the weight is of it now. Plus, then you got to keep it on the motor, which, you know, the old davits I had kind of barely handled it, and obviously didn't handle it when to rough weather. So, yeah. So anyway, I may when we get down to St. Martin, I may question them, say, hey guys, what can you do? Can you give us a better dinghy or a davit? But we'll work on that when we get to it. See how much they want to charge for it. But so if you're just tuning in, so we kind of told you we're still waiting on insurance on the Island Spirit. So far, I'm happy with the way that's progressing. We should have everything done in the next week or two. I'm happy with the way insurance is handling it so far. I'm not forecasting any issues, I hope. We'll see. I would love to be able to like promote their insurance company and say how well they handled things.
Yeah.
So.
And then the other thing is that we are moving forward with Island Spirit with the 5th hull because we want the 3-cabin boat.
Yeah.
And hull number 2 is ready to go and available for purchase, but it's 5 cabins and that's just not what we're looking for. So we're going to wait until they can make the one that we were going to
hull 2
cruise on.
So hull 2 is definitely finished. Hull number 3, I believe, is finished any day now. That one is hull number 3 is sold, and they're gonna sail it from Thailand. And then hull number 2 is actually available for purchase right now. There's a link in the email in the description. Email those guys. Make sure you tell them you saw it on Sailing Doodles, and you could buy that. You could go to Thailand and get that boat right now, and sail it around Thailand, or put it in charter there, whatever you want. Island Spirit has a pretty big charter base in Thailand.
So we're still working with them. And
yeah, we're still working with them. We're getting hull number 5. Like I said, 2, 3, and 4 were all 5-cabin boats, and they actually offered us. Well, I don't know what I was talking to Philip, and he was like, "What if we could put you in hull number 2 or number 4 or whatever?"
Yeah, so not quite. They didn't offer.
Yeah, they didn't offer. They were throwing it out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't want a 5-cabin boat.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, hopefully just another year.
Yeah, I mean, they should have it finished by the end of the year, and then we'll have to figure out what we want to do with the boat, you know?
But in the meantime, we now have a boat, so never fear, Naughty Dogs is here.
That's right. So, yeah, we're renaming it Naughty Dogs. That's what it was. So, we're on the CT, yeah. I can show you.
Or wait, is that, but it's not Never Fear. What is it? What's the, Never Fear? It's not, I said that wrong. I said Never Fear, Naughty Dogs is here. What is it? Actually. Oh, okay.
Like a cartoon or something?
Yeah, I thought that was, yeah. Never mind.
Nah.
Someone in the comments will get it.
Sith Lord Todd. Is it a blessing in disguise to get hull number 5 since more of the new boat kinks will be worked out? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I don't know.
Have no fear. Have no fear. Naughty Dogs is here.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I
There
was
you go.
going for. Have no fear.
Yeah, I mean, nobody ever wants hole number one, right? I mean, because they learned a few things from our boat. So, oh, underdog is here. That's what it was.
Have no fear. Naughty Dogs is here.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Who was that? Greg.
Yeah,
Have
Greg
no fear, Greg and David.
And Matthew helped out with Have
right,
No
yeah,
Fear. Fast, steady.
Yep. Okay.
David. All right, those were the first four.
Yeah, my bad. But yeah, I mean,
John.
hole number 5 would be great because I think they were switching over to Yanmar for the generator anyway, which would be nice. I think it'll have a Yanmar generator, and you know they'll have everything fine tuned a little bit more. And this it'll take them, you know, it won't take them very long to get the boat ready to go at all because they've got it down to a process now. Know what they need to do. So yeah, we're gonna get it with electric motors still. And there you go. A whole bunch just told how old you guys are. 'Cause I think.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I was gonna say that's too old of a cartoon for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that was before my time, I'm sure.
I remember that one though. So, yeah. So we got a lot going on over the next year. We're looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun. We're I don't know. What's that?
Someone just asked if anything's going to be different on number 5. Have you talked to them about any? Is there anything you want them to do differently? I don't know if you can, and like I don't know if you can say that. So don't.
No.
If that's a question you can't answer.
No, it's not. I mean, I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we will get back to you on that one then.
Yeah. Haven't even thought about it. But I know, they're good guys there. They work very hard. I know it's very disappointing for them. They put a lot of, blood, sweat, and tears and money into, creating the Island Spirit 525. And it's just a shame that had to, because it wasn't, like I said before, it was a comedy of errors. I think it was avoidable. I think if it was avoidable. I'm not going to blame anybody, but I don't think it wasn't.
We also don't know exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have like all of, right?
Yeah, so the shaft seal let go and water started ingressing, and then apparently water got the communications bus wet, which shut the motors off, so they were sailing. Okay. If that hadn't happened, then they wouldn't have had to try to divert, right? Mm-hmm. So, but when they did divert, some decisions were made on that diversion that
put them on the beach.
Yeah. And so, one thing wouldn't have happened without the other. So the
conditions weren't great.
Yeah, it was rough.
Conditions were.
I mean, and that was part of the thing too. Is that they were kind of on a time crunch, right? Because they had to get the shipping to make it for the boat show. Like, it was 20 to 30 knot winds. In normal circumstances, maybe they waited another week. So I don't know. It's just, yeah. But I mean, they're solid boats. I'm getting another one, so
we're just putting our faith in Island Spirit.
Yeah, they'll make it right. And they've done a great job of power cord, but he's got a bone. He does.
Our producer over there. Merlin. Was he chewing on a cord?
Well, he's chewing on the little attachment to the cord, the little fuzzy thing that wraps the cord up.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He has his bone there as a.
Yeah. Let's see here. What are we missing here?
Diversion.
All right. Well, we just wanted to give you guys an update on the status of the Salvage. We should know more in the next week or two. I hope.
Yeah, we really don't have a lot yet.
Well, they only pulled it off the beach on January 4th, I believe. They were originally going to try to do the 31st. I'm not sure why it didn't get off until the 4th, but they took it to that shipyard. Let me show you guys again. Let's see here. So they took it to this shipyard. So, you know, they they were coming down from the north. And they kind of came down a little bit far south from here, somewhere over here, and then we're sailing over here. And instead of sailing around maybe into the mouth of the river, they sailed and dropped anchor right here. And
can they see your cursor?
I believe they can see my cursor. And so then when the wind pushed them into the beach, I mean, that's the way it ended up. Whereas if they had just come and anchored right here, I mean, don't get me wrong, it wouldn't be good holding right here because, there's a lot of silt from the river. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it would have, maybe it wouldn't have been. But if they had anchored here and drug, it's a little deeper, and then they had a lot further to drag, and they could have waited maybe till a towboat came and pulled them in because they were just trying to go right here to this shipyard right here. But if you look at that shipyard, there's no way a boat big enough. I mean, I don't even know if they have cranes or what, right? So that shipyard there, I don't see a crane. I mean, obviously they've got some big boats in there, but it looks to me like they're just pulling them up with a tractor or something, on rollers or something to get them up there. I don't see a travel lift. I don't see a crane. They're probably doing it old school. And so then there's no way they can get a cargo ship in here with a crane and, lift the boat on there. So that's going to be the hard part if they're going to salvage it, because then they got to put it on a barge, roll it up on a barge, and ship it down here to Singapore, where they get a cargo ship, put it on a cargo ship, and then it's got to go way up over here to Pattaya, and then out there. But yeah, I mean, so that's going to be real expensive to do. So, I mean, that's. Now look at them.
They're chilling.
Now they're being good.
They're getting ready
Just
to
when we're
fall
about to wrap
asleep.
up our live, guys,
Yeah.
you guys are all like, yeah. Anyway.
Calming down.
Yep. But so we'll figure out what happens. Hopefully in the next week or two. I think the Island Spirit was going to have the a repair estimate for them this week. I'm sure it's going to be, because if you think about it, when they put all that stuff in, they didn't have the deck on, right? So now they have to pull everything out. Everything. All the wiring harnesses have to come out. All the electronics have to come out. Everything has to come out because it was all submerged in seawater. And then, but the deck's on now, so it makes everything 3 times as hard, 3 times as long. And then they got it. It's going to be several $100,000 to get the boat back up to Thailand. I can't imagine. Like I said earlier, I mean, like Colin from Parlay and James from Zingaro both reached out to me about maybe doing a salvage on it. But the problem is with the salvage on that kind of stuff is that if you're doing it yourself, yeah, you could probably do it, but it's going to take you years to do it. And yeah, you're going to do it for cheaper than you would hire somebody. But if you think about it, I don't know what the rates are on all that work. But if you think, I don't know what the average, it's just going to be really expensive. So anyway, plus then nobody wants I mean, I personally wouldn't want a boat that's been fully submerged. You know what I mean? Unless I'm getting a hell of a deal. I mean, that's the thing, is that it's kind of like a totaled car, right? If you get what do they call those titles? It's not a refurbished title. It's a salvage title. So a lot of times, you get a brand new Mercedes and it's wrecked. I don't know, say it costs, just for math's sake, say it costs $50,000 for that Mercedes. It's wrecked. It's going to cost more than $50,000 to fix if you send it to a professional shop. But somebody can take it to themselves and redo it for 25 grand. But then it's got a salvage title. That thing's been wrecked. It's not worth 50,000 anymore. Now it's worth 25. So it's kind of like if they have a salvage title on my boat, I mean, now it's not worth brand new stuff. So I don't know. Yeah.
Well,
so
I mean, bottom line is that it's going to cost more to fix it than it would.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Than it was worth.
Probably. I can't imagine it wouldn't. But we don't know that yet. The manufacturer will have that out in the next week, and then hopefully insurance just does the right thing and pays out, and then everybody just moves
forward.
on.
Yeah.
So, but we are excited to be sailing this boat for a while. So looking forward to it. We got to figure out what we're gonna do afterwards. Though.
Yeah, I like the new slogan. Have no fear, naughty dogs is here.
All right, is that the new slogan? I like it.
So original.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, I guess. So Amanda said it'd be a great idea to do the live here on the new boat, which it is. But I had to come move all this crap over here.
I didn't know you were gonna do the whole setup. I thought you would just do like the laptop and camera, maybe a light. I didn't think, and we would wear the lapel mics. I didn't think you would do like the whole thing.
Well, part of the reason
nice.
is I'm going to leave all this stuff here, like all the booms and the because that's going to stay on the boat.
You're gonna leave it right here.
Yeah.
Smart.
So, but we still have to take our Starlink and then my computer and all that stuff back to the RV. But so yeah, we're living in the RV. Man, we only get about a week now in the RV because I have a 20-gallon propane tank. It's so damn cold that only lasts about a week here for the heat. So.
Well, you can still stay in it longer than a week. We just have to take it to get it refilled.
Yeah.
Every week.
Well, because the propane delivery around here, I called them. I said, hey, I need propane. They're like, all right, we'll be there sometime today. I'm like, well, no.
and you asked for a heads up.
Yeah.
You asked for a phone call prior, and we waited around for hours, and then we went over to Tractor Supply to have it filled because we couldn't wait any longer. And on our way back, we saw the propane truck leaving.
Well, that's the thing is that like we might not have made it overnight with the propane we
had.
had.
We couldn't. It's too cold here. It's dropping into the 20s in the evening.
Yeah. So
we couldn't risk it.
Yeah, so I was like, all right.
And they really couldn't give us a time.
Like 2 o'clock. I'm like, screw it. At 2 o'clock, we're gonna leave if he's not here.
And they had said they'd come in the morning.
Well, I called them at 9 a.m. and they said, all right, yep. No, they said, okay, we will let him know. I'm like, well, what does that mean? And they're like, we'll let him know that you need propane. I'm like, does that mean he's coming today or soon? And they're like, he'll be there when he gets there. I'm like, okay, well, that's not really working for me. Can you? I mean, plus then that day we ended up having to stay in the RV and work because we had a lot of editing to do. But like, what if I was like, okay, well, I need to go work.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they never called because you did ask for that phone call. You said we might not be there, so make sure to call first. And then we didn't get the call.
Yeah. Risk it for the biscuit. I like that.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Have no fear, naughty dogs is here, and risk it for the biscuit. So, I like it.
That's good. That one can be for the boys.
Mm-hmm. They will definitely. Oh, look at them now.
Yeah.
They're just.
You got to switch cameras.
Just,
can they see them?
Well,
right now?
They're all curled up. I mean, yeah, they've been bad all whenever. So
they're so cute though.
Yeah.
You gotta love them. They're just so precious.
But all right, we're gonna wrap this one up. It's been about an hour, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you to our channel members. They're all highlighted with the little like icons next to their name.
Blue.
Well, no, the blue is the moderators, but then and our patrons, thank you guys as well. Plus, then we started a Podia. I believe there's a few hundred members over there already. You get a little extra stuff there. Plus, we're going to be adding more to it, and it's a monthly fee. You get to choose how much you'd like to do, and yeah. Somebody says get an electric heater. I did. We put an electric heater in the RV and like a space heater, and it kept tripping off the inverter for some reason.
Yeah. Inverter didn't like it. We don't know why.
Yeah, but anyway, all right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll have another video for you out on Monday. Everybody else will see it tomorrow. Our Podia, Sailing Doodles Navy, and channel members and all that stuff, they'll get it tomorrow, patrons. And then there you go.
New video Monday.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm doing Friday and Monday just because when I'm putting copyrighted music in there, sometimes I don't have the video. Because if I put copyrighted music in there, I have to get the claim cleared, and I have to have it Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Have to have it done. So that means if I'm going to post a video on Saturday or Sunday, I have to have the video finished and uploaded and ready to go Friday morning. Otherwise, the claim doesn't get cleared.
It takes them so long.
So now I'm just doing Fridays and Mondays because then I can finish the video on Saturday or Sunday and then upload it, get it ready to go. Because the company that does the claims is based out of the UK, so they're 6 hours ahead. So then by the time I get up Monday morning, they've already cleared the claims and we're good to go.
How long have you been doing Friday, Monday?
Yeah.
Is this the first week?
No, I've been breaking my own rules lately. I normally am like
Less consistent.
I'm Thursday to Sunday, no matter what. I get it done, but lately we've just been so busy. I've missed
Totally
a few
fair.
Thursdays and stuff. But
You're forgiven.
yeah, thank you.
I can speak on behalf of all the Doodle viewers.
Yeah, thank you.
You're forgiven.
Yeah.
You should see my inconsistency.
Yeah. You check out Amanda Zachary. She's got your most recent video has got like 100,000 views or something close to it.
Yeah, my last 2.
Yeah, great. All right, check out Amanda.
Thanks,
Zachary.
guys. Thank you for watching them.
Yep. All right, Mom. See you later.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Vicky.
Yep.
And everyone else.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And